Mic check 1 2 1 2. What it do, man? It's your boy Marcel P recording on a sleepy Sunday afternoon. Wife and kids are gone, you know what I'm saying? So I want to take this time and try to knock this podcast out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody who went to marcelpblack.com. Marcel P marcelpblack.com. People went to my YouTube page, which is / Maroon Music 1. People went to Black Thoughts Radio. Thank you for all the listens, for all the views. It's not a whole lot, but I'm seeing a whole lot more traffic on my website, and that's what it's really all about at this point. You know what I'm saying? I just want interact with more people, and whoever I got some good reviews as far as people who watched the video and listened to the podcast and said the information was very informative. They learned some stuff from it, and that's all I really care about, man. You know what I'm saying? Like clearly. Like, I ain't even got no good lighting. I ain't got no good editing. So if I make a mistake, I ain't got no haircut. Look at my mustache. So if I make a mistake, it just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? But it's really about me just trying to find a way to disseminate information. So I don't spend, time all day, answering questions on my social media or just ranting and filling up your timeline. So I just want to kind of do a weekly, hopefully weekly, one-stop shop, where I can kind of disseminate all my information. And y'all please do me a favor, man. Y'all see these things, y'all share them, y'all like them, y'all tell other people about them. I know it's 30 minutes, but try to take time out your day, take a listen, and let me know what you're thinking. If you have any questions in the future, be sure to ask that. So I want to, before I go in, today's topic is the importance of building a fan base. Before I go into that particular topic, I want to talk about the purpose of the last podcast. So I think some of my young boys, who didn't listen to the podcast or, maybe did listen to it or didn't listen to the whole thing, kind of misconstrued what I was trying to say. There's a lot of young rappers out here who are really, really, really dope. They're making a good name for themselves. And, they feel like they're to the point where they shouldn't do any more free shows. The purpose of me talking about doing free shows was not to say only do free shows, but it was to say that you still can't benefit from things to where if your name or your draw or your lack of fan base, which we're going to talk about later, doesn't necessarily warrant you getting the bag. You know what I'm saying? Be it $50, be it $100, be it gas money, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to talk about different ways where you can finesse it, to find a way to get you some money either way. So it's not, all is not lost if, if you're not getting paid to do a show by the promoter or the venue or whoever's putting on the show. You can still find a way to freak the situation. And sometimes, and many times, like I gave my examples last time, there's ways that you can actually flip those opportunities into something greater. But just like anything else, it all depends on how you approach the situation. It all depends on how, you have to understand what you're trying to get out about it. Because I can tell you in several instances, there's been times that I've done shows that wasn't worth the money because it was such a bad show and it was a dead-end opportunity. I probably won't do those stages again. There's certain places that I've done for free I would do for free again, even at 35, 11 to 12 projects into my career, because it was really, really beneficial for me. You know what I'm saying? So it's important that we understand, when to do. You know what I'm saying? For me, I'm mostly doing shows for entry-level artists right now who may or may not, have had those bigger looks, or had a chance to feature or had an opportunity to open for a bigger name artist. So I try to put artists on the platform. So sometimes, for a lot of times, the young artists don't really know how to negotiate. And that's a whole nother conversation. But, so there are some shows that I do when I book, artists, and, the bag might not be there, but it's the opportunity. And, if you value that or not, hey, I didn't have anybody giving me anything, opportunity or a bag in Baton Rouge when I was coming up. So maybe I'm not used to it, So for the artists who feel like they should not ever rap for free, I hope that you get, every single opportunity comes to you as a paid opportunity. Hey, it didn't happen for me, but more luck to you. But understand, man, sometimes the opportunity is much greater than the bag. Like I said, me opening up from Run the Jewels is life-changing. Career changing, life-changing. I got to meet one of my all-time favorite rappers, and we still keep in contact to this day. He's been a mentor as it pertains to Killer Mike. You know what I'm saying? And the things that he taught me changed everything from my performance, from the way I do my business, everything. Changed pretty much everything in the way I do things. So, it is what it is. But it's important that, I kind of meld the two together because, fan base. For a lot of rappers who are talented and they killing stages, one thing they lack is a fan base, or people who are doing a lot of shows and they might be kind of getting the name and carving out their space locally or whatever. A lot of them don't have fan bases. And what I mean a fan base is, you know what I'm saying? I mean people who actually want to pull up and support what you do consistently. People who want to buy your t-shirts, people want to stream your music, they share all your music, they want to buy your CDs if you have physicals, they want to download your stuff, you know, they want to support your GoFundMe if you put it up. It doesn't matter what venue you are, they'll pull up on you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of rappers, you know what I'm saying, you know, and it's a lot of rappers who come do shows and they might rap in front of a whole bunch of people and they turn everybody up or whatever, but they have not done the due diligence to actual turn them into consumers, you know what I'm saying, turn them into customers. So that's what we want to talk about today, man. That's the most important thing. I know so many people are great performers and great MCs, but they put their projects out and they don't really do anything. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about in a day and age when the #1 album, you know what I'm saying, was a boogie with a hoodie, with a book. What's it? A boogie with a hoodie? Whatever his name. I don't know his name. A boogie with a hoodie or whatever. He was #1 with 800 copies. So, you know, ain't nobody expecting nobody to go platinum out the gate. But I know a lot of people who put a lot of money into their projects and they put a lot of time into it in the studio. And because they don't have a fan base, they put it out. Nobody really cares. You know what I'm saying? So I want to talk about the importance of having a fan base and the way you can kind of build a fan base that can help you matriculate. Because, you know, maybe this should have been the podcast before the last podcast, but I want to get back into it. I think this information is valuable. So first things first. For all up-and-coming artists, you must understand that there's a difference between marketing and promotion. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between marketing and promotion. Marketing is doing the work, doing your due diligence to become astute and understanding the patterns and the way people shop, the way people interact with you, with whatever type of hip-hop you're doing. If you're doing conscious conscious hip-hop like myself, or if you're doing trap, or if you're doing panda rap, or if you're doing whatever type of music you're doing, you know what I'm saying, you have to research the market and find who is going to support your art and how they support your art or whatever. So this could be, you know, done digitally. This can be done, you know, in person. I know people who do think groups, and so they might get 10 random people together and do questionnaires. You might, you know, sometimes I put polls out on Facebook and I might just ask questions to kind of see how people are going to respond to it, to see what people will really be interested in. So you're not just throwing shit at the wall hoping it sticks. You know what I'm saying? You're actually putting a target around what you're trying to do and finding a particular demographic and how, you know what I'm saying, trying to find a way to get them to support what you're going to do. Promotion is when once you figure out how people buy, how people shop, what people are interested in, is being creative in the different ways. You know what I'm saying, you reach out to them, you know what I'm saying, so you can do, you know, if you know that your market likes music consistently, you can do the one free song a week. You can do email lists, use your email list to send out new music. You know, if you know they like to watch videos, like for me, I did some market research and I realized that people listen to me more when they can see my face than when they can listen to me just whatever, or they can read what I'm saying. So just doing the podcast alone, without the video, I didn't get as many listens. But I did my research and I realized that, you know what I'm saying, I did my research and I realized that people like when I'm on Facebook stream or whatever, or they like to see my face more. You know, it's proven between my podcast listens and my video views, and it's the exact same content or whatever. My market research tells me that my demographic are males between 28 to 44. You know what I'm saying? Mostly white males or what have you. My market research says that my most my biggest population of consumers on Spotify and or Bandcamp is in Houston, Texas. So for me, I have to figure out what I have to do to, you know, people like my stuff in Houston, like more plays and more spins and more buys and downloads anywhere else in Houston, Texas. You know what I'm saying? You would think it would be a Memphis or a Jackson, which kind of perplexes me because I'm there all the time. I don't perform in Houston as much as I used to, but I have to find out a creative way to promote myself in Houston to those people who are streaming my stuff so I can get a show, you know what I'm saying, out there. So that's those type of things that I'm working on personally. So, you know, promotion is, you know, several different things. Of course, we know Facebook ads work really, really good. Instagram ads work really, really good. You know what I'm saying? Sharing, you know, videos, you know, not with the YouTube link, but embedding them straight to Facebook work really, really well. You know what I'm saying? Promotion, of course, you got your hands promotion, you know, your hand-to-hand promotion, which is that too or whatever, and just having something quality to promote. Like I know for me, when people buy my music, they don't want to see my face on the cover, they want to see artwork. So that's the reason why you haven't seen my face on the cover in a long time. I give you artwork, and I understand that because I sell a lot of physical CDs, people like to buy the art with it or whatever. So that's understanding my market and then finding a creative way to promote your product. People like my t-shirts. I know what t-shirts test well in certain markets. I know what colors test well in certain markets. So those are things you have to work. Let me tell you something, man. Look, this ain't on my list of nigga talk about, but that damn spamming and just hitting people up in mentions and comments and posting a post and tagging 100 people, that's not promotion. That gets you blocked. That gets you, like, when you do that without my permission, if I'm fuck with you like that, if I'm one of 100 people, you always get your tag removed, my tag removed from your post, and I'm always hiding you. I don't say nothing to you. I'm about to start being impolite about the situation because it's starting to get on my nerves. Now people are doing these like just voice messages on whatever Facebook. Like, come on, man, don't do that, man. Say hi and I'll try to listen to your stuff, but that's not promotion. If that's the way, you know, you just want to put your stuff out, and you know you're not gonna do anything that way or whatever. None of that ever works or whatever. So that's the difference between marketing and promoting. That's kind of me glossing over the situation, but understand that you have to do the marketing first before you do promotion, or your promotion is not going to be as effective as it possibly could. It's not going to be as effective as it possibly could be. All right. So here's 3 quick ways. You know what I'm saying? I brushed over some of it, but 3 quick ways that you can do some digital. 3 ways to build a fan base. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to say three quick ways that we can try to build a fan base. Number 1 is digital promotion and digital content. Like I said, posting your stuff on your links, not too much, but posting your stuff online. Taking out a Facebook ad. You know what I'm saying? To promote, to let Facebook do it, Instagram do it, or whatever. You can do, find like a done deal PR or what have you, had them do like a press release. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you, blogs is kind of weird right now, whatever. But if you have any connections with people who have websites or writers or things, journalists trying to get reviews, you know what I'm saying, for digital media as well as print media, things of that nature, kind of getting write-ups on your stuff or whatever, your content. Like for me, my new content I'm trying out, of course, you want to have, songs on social media links as streamers. You know what I'm saying? You want to have music videos, but I'm trying podcasting. You know what I'm saying? Both visual and audio or whatever. There's different types of content. I know my man Randy always does real good with doing the Freestyle Friday. You know what I'm saying? Or Facebook Live or whatever. But just finding a way to carve a niche in the digital market. You know what I'm saying? And that's really, really good. Finding whatever type of content that people respond to from you or whatever. And so that takes marketing to do that or whatever. But so make sure you got your digital thing going on. To me, in-person promo and networking, I made my name in Baton Rouge when social media and streaming wasn't what it was, by every single hip-hop show I could possibly go to, and it wasn't that many shows that I wouldn't throw in. I was going to them. You know what I'm saying? I was paying my cover to get in, and I said this last time, I'm going to the shows. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving CDs and I'm giving business cards or flyers to every rapper who I thought was dope. You know what I'm saying? Every other artist who I thought was dope. You know what I'm saying? Especially if the artist was like-minded, if he's doing conscious hip-hop. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at his fan base. I'm introducing myself to the talent buyer, the sound person, the manager. You know what I'm saying? Everybody. You know what I'm saying? The DJ. Like, of course, the artist, trying to network with them. And I'm going to every single show. And I'm going outside and I'm putting flyers on the car where people will come out or whatever, and I'm in person, just making myself aware. People know who I am in person. You know what I'm saying? I remember putting posters up, going to all the barbershops, going to all the, not really no more because it ain't that many, like going to Cortana and trying to put flyers in the mall of Cortana and trying to put posters up in like all the hip hop shops and the tennis shoe shops and like stuff, things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? Just really trying to find my market, the people who I would think would like underground hip hop, any type of rap music, Men of Fashion and the Muzanos and all this other stuff and Foot Lockers and stuff and things of that nature. Just getting some flyers made, putting them in those stores. So when people are shopping, they look down to see them. Now that's a little different now, but you still got places like Politics and you still got private stock and things of that nature. You know what I'm saying? So you still got places you can go, with people who might be into your type of music. But like the best place, if you're a hip hop artist, man, there are more hip hop events. Or if you do if you do jig rap too. Well, jig, I ain't gonna lie, the street stuff is kind of slow. But if you do anything, you know what I'm saying, type of rap music in Baton Rouge now, there are more places than performed ever before when I was coming up. You know what I'm saying? From the hookah lounges to the daiquiri shops to the barber shops to, 524 to the art galleries like the Parlor to Ruffins to, so you got 5 or 6 places you can rap every single month. You know what I'm saying? You need to be doing like 2 of them things where you can actually go perform, and I'm gonna get to that in a second. But even if you aren't performing, you still need to pull up and you know what I'm saying, make sure you're passing out your material and you're talking to people, you network. And even if you're not, you ain't got the bread to press up nothing, man. Just go make sure you slap dap with somebody and exchange phone numbers. And when you get their phone number, give it a couple weeks to give them a call or shoot them a text. I know y'all young dudes don't like to call nobody or leave voicemails, but shoot them a text and make sure you follow them on the social media and you start networking, start having those conversations, because you will be surprised how much you can get done just by bartering and having different conversations. That's a lot of things that's lost too. Everybody want the money, 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 but the resources and opportunities are more important. So I would sacrifice a couple $100s or whatever if I can get something done for free, if I can swap something out. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of people who, you know, I got the plugs on out of town shows. Okay, boom. Well, come do this show for me, then I throw you on this. Or, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Marcel, I need you to, hey man, I need you to press these t-shirts up. Well, you know what? You want me to set your publishing up? Come on, I can do that or whatever. So whatever resources or graphic designs or whatever you could bring to the table, you can swap them out. You can get a lot of stuff done by bartering, you know what I'm saying? But you always got to have something to bring to the table, which will probably be another one. But most importantly, man, as far in terms of building a fan base, the number one way to build a fan base is your live performance, and you can do all of the above with your live performance. You know what I'm saying? You can promote, you know what I'm saying, what you got going on digitally. You know what I'm saying? If you have the physical flyers and stuff to pass out, to bring them back to this light is kind of messed up. You guys excuse me. Okay. All right. Whatever. The lighting is the lighting. You can you know, if you have your physical flyers, you can promote your streamers, you can promote your social media links. I'm going to have flyers with my YouTube channel and my podcast channel as well, you know what I'm saying? At live shows, you can always promote, you can always pass out flyers, and you can bring people back to your website or whatever things you're going on. You can promote the different content that you have going on. So, you know, that's that. You know, what else I got on this list? Like I said, in-person promo. So your best word of mouth as a rapper, if you're trying to do shows, is showing people that you're fucking dope. Not rapping over vocals, being on time, being a professional, rocking the crowd. That's your best word of mouth, because people are going to say, I saw Marcel in such and such city, he killed it, we want to fool with him again. I saw Armstead, I saw Joe Scott, I saw whoever, Almighty, I saw these guys and they killed it. So you have to go to these shows and kill the shows. Be professional, be on time. That is how you build a fan base. That is how you get in good with the people who want talent on their stage, be it from the promoters to the venue buyers to the managers, the other artists, and most importantly the fans. Your goal is to have your fan base saying, we want Marcel, we want to see you rap again, we want you to get this new project out, we want to see it perform live. So you have to go rock this show. And while you are there, you're making sure that you have your promo, your physical promo, and your merch on deck. Let me tell you something. Music is cool. People still buy CDs. Don't get it twisted. People still buy CDs for your diehard fans. But most importantly, people will skip a $10 CD to buy a $20 T-shirt. And that is the best thing, and I'm going to tell you why. Because when somebody buys a $20 T-shirt from you, they're literally paying you to promote you. They're paying you to make their friends aware that they're a fan of you. So if you walk around with a Cry Freedom album, you're paying Marcel P. Black to represent this album called Cry Freedom, made by Marcel P. Black. Plain and simple. That's how it goes. You know what I'm saying? You know, of course, listening to the music is cool. I mean, you know, I don't discourage streamers or whatever, but I don't replace physical CD sales with streams. I replace radio with streams. You know what I'm saying? Because radio pays even less than streams does, if I'm not mistaken or whatever. But all that to say, it is important that you always have something to sell every single time you do a show, be it a free show or be it, you know what I'm saying, a paid gig. Always have something to sell, always have something to promote, because that is how you build a fan base. When I did my Cry Freedom show, I had about 20 people, about 20, 30 people where, you know, that release part of Cry Freedom t-shirts in all different colors. You can go all across the country and see a Cry Freedom shirt, a 7 shirt, a Free Black People shirt, a Hustle Westbrook shirt, all across the country, literally 25 states. You know what I'm saying? That you can see a Marcel P. Black shirt and some things or whatever. So, you know, when people, I remember being in New Hampshire in 17. And I'm in cold ass New Hampshire, and a white lady walks in with a shirt that says "Nah," and it's a big low shirt. He's from Pensacola, Florida. She has a tank top on in the winter when it's cold as fuck outside, but she lets me know that she's a big low fan. You understand what I'm saying? That's what you want. You want people, be it hats, be it wristbands, be it pins and things of that nature, be it lanyards or lanyards rather, t-shirts, hoodies. You want things, you want things based off of understanding what your fan base likes to support. I know for me, in certain cities I go to, and I try to make sure I have different merch every single time I go. I know what I was doing in 2017. I was doing short runs. So if I'm going to Miami, I got the Heat colors and I got the Marlins colors or whatever. If I'm going to Dallas, I got the Cowboys colors and the Mavericks colors. When I go to San Francisco in a couple of weeks, I'm going to have the Giants colors and I'm going to have the 49ers colors. You know what I'm saying? So, just having different things that people want to support and they can rock and represent you, every single time. And, so that's the way that you, like I said, you're building a fan base and you get paid to do it at the same time, even if you're not getting paid by the show or not or whatever. And, a lot of times, I might, if I know an audience they're going to shop with me, I'll even take a cut. I might charge, I might take $100 less than what I normally charge if I know that this is a fan base that really come out and shop and they buy. They pay for them. They break bread with me. And that's the most important thing, man. You're finding a way to monetize your consumer base. You know what I'm saying? But this takes a lot of work. This ain't nothing that you can just do. I stress the fact that you have to get out your house. You cannot just sit online and put the same links up over and over and over and over and over and over again. You ain't performed once or twice in a whole year, but you put these links up over and over and over and over again. You putting the same video up. Niggas get tired of that shit, bro. I know for me, it ain't no videos that I watch on YouTube that I just watch over and over and over and over again. It's not. So you keep putting up these videos. Ain't nobody watching that shit, man. You know what I'm saying? It's not nobody's watching that shit or whatever. You have to get out and meet people where they are, and that is how you build a fan base. You gotta have a mixture of both. You gotta have your digital game strong, but you can't do just digital alone. You can't just do digital alone. You know what I'm saying? I made a mistake of just doing shows alone, and I neglected my digital thing or whatever. So in 2019, I'm really trying to do both. I'm trying to do the digital thing, hard body, and I'm already on the physical thing, just in-person thing. So those are 3 ways to build a fan base. I know I just kind of ran through it real quick. I'm not trying to be too long. Hell, I already talked about physical promo and merch, so I already talked about that. Things you should have for every single show, regardless you're getting paid or not paid. You know what I'm saying? You might mess around and get $200-$300 at the table, and your guarantee might only be $150. You know what I mean? You ain't got that merch. You ain't selling nothing. You pretty much taking the minimum of what you could have got that night or whatever. And like I said, man, you go into these people, man. You putting these flyers in their hand. You got your business cards. You have an email list. Oh my God, I should have put that as a bullet point. An email list. You got a freaking email list, man. This is also has a tangible way of showing that you do have fans in each city or whatever. And now, people are drunk and they might not remember to, follow your streamers or follow your social medias or tell them you're on Spotify, such or whatever. But if you have the email list or whatever, even if they don't buy nothing, it's super duper valuable because now you can do marketing that way, email marketing, and you can send out your material, and you can send out where to find you as far as live. Like when I pull up to Houston, they know I'm pulling up to Houston because I'm sending these emails. And when I pull back up to New Hampshire, when I pull up out to Oakland, or if I'm in a neighboring city, I can leverage this. Like, look, I haven't been to San Francisco before, but Oakland's only 45 minutes away on the other side of the bridge. And this last time I had 75 emails. So I could promote to these people. That's going to be enticing. And now I can up that bag when I come to San Francisco. Things like that or whatever. So it's important you have an email list. You can send them, you might say, hey, man, everybody sign this email list. I'm going to send you a free unreleased record. I'm going to let you look at this video a week before it comes out. And that's the way that you keep people invested in you. Turn people who like your music, your supporters, into consumers. It's very, very important. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you do with your physical promo material. That's what you do with your merch. And, you can do that. Email list is super duper important. It's really crucial within all that. This one thing we can't do. 2 things. And I'm going to go. And I'm trying to keep this under 30 minutes. Do not depend on rappers. Now, I don't know what's going on with my lighting. Hold up. My light's kind of crazy right now. It don't matter. I'm sorry. It's going to look crazy. I apologize. Just listen. Oh, there we go. All right. It does not look. It's cool to have friends who are rappers. If your friends cheer you on, they support, they buy your shit, they come to your shows, that's cool. But do not depend on rappers as your fan base. Do not depend on rappers as your fan base. Nobody wants to rap for a whole bunch of other rappers, especially if they're not fans. I am a fan of hip hop. I like going to rap shows. I like seeing dope shows. I like to buy physical CDs. I'm a hip hop nerd. I'm a hip hop junkie. So therefore, I will support other rappers who I like. I don't just support any niggas who whack just because they're doing shit or whatever. Because I don't care about nothing. I don't care about none of the popularity. I care about hip hop. There's a couple people who I might rock with their music. I might rock with them more than I rock with their music. But if they're working, I support the hustle or whatever. But that's up to my discretion. Don't depend on rappers. When you go to a show, you should network with rappers to get them on what you want, so y'all can share resources and build like that. But don't expect, just because you Fade the Floor alumni, don't expect all 200 Fade the Floor people to come out to your show, even though that would be dope. In an ideal world, other rappers will support you. Do not depend on other rappers. You need to get motherfuckers who don't do music at all. One of the things that I did in the late 2000s, early 2010s, when everybody was depending on the hip hop scene and depending on each other, I went and found people who did not fucking rap. I went and found, I didn't depend on trying to get people. I didn't depend on trying to work with the popular people to put me in front of people, or the popular DJs or the popular radio people. I found the people who fuck with underground conscious hip hop and built these relationships with them for going on over 10 years now. And that's the reason that catapulted me past people who were just dependent on critical acclaim from other popular people or movers and shakers that they didn't get them now. They run behind the promoters. They run behind the DJs who end up not doing a motherfucking thing for them. You understand what I'm saying? I found the people. You know what I'm saying? I found the people. And one thing I learned, you go where your fans are. You know what I'm saying? Cesar Comanche taught me this a couple summers ago. You go where your fans are. You know what I'm saying? So my fans ain't at rap shows if it's a whole bunch of rappers. Like, if I do a show out of town, I realize it's one of them 30 niggas on the bill, I might turn that shit down because I want to rap in a crowd with a whole bunch of rappers. I want people who want to come in there, buy shit, put their hands in the motherfucking air like they just don't motherfucking care, and let that be it or whatever. So it's important that you do not depend on rappers to be your fans. You need fans, people who just love hip-hop and love live performances. They love supporting people as your fan base. That is the most important thing. Number two, you know what I'm saying, don't fear haters. I hear so many people say, I want to do this, but niggas in Baton Rouge be hating. Niggas in Mobile be hating. Niggas in New Orleans. Man, fuck them niggas, dog. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it is, bro, if you're doing your work, it don't matter what a nigga got to say. Because 9 times out of 10, if a nigga hating on you, he ain't got shit going on for himself. You know what I'm saying? That can stop you. You know what I'm saying? Niggas in Jackson, niggas in Tampa, niggas in Chicago, niggas in Nebraska, whoever. It don't fucking matter. If they worrying about me, that means they ain't got nothing going on. They can't stop what I'm doing anyways. And if you build a fan base the old-fashioned way, a hating ass nigga he not your fan no way. Like, don't give no time trying to convert a nigga who don't fuck with you to fuck with you. If you don't fuck with me, that's fine. Just stay out my way. If you really got some type of way to impede on, you know what I'm saying, my bread, then that's a whole nother problem as a man that we can handle, and or a woman or whatever. You know what I'm saying? We can handle that another way. But I'm not worried about what another nigga saying. You can hate on me, you can diss me. You ain't gonna pull up on me, you're not gonna fight me. So I don't care if you're not my fan or not. I don't worry about you. Like the OG Chuck said, and I'm gonna try to be clean with it. You need to rock with people who rock with you and don't rock with the people who don't rock with you. Plain and simple. Oh, this is what he said. He said, fuck with people who fuck with you and don't fuck with the niggas who don't fuck with you. Fuck everybody else. So if somebody rocking with you, find those people who rocking with you. Don't depend on rappers. Because 9 times out of 10, it's not fans hating on you. It's rappers who are hating on you. There's not too many people who are casual listeners and saying, I don't fuck with Marcel P. Black. It's another rap nigga, and I don't care. Because none of them niggas got the power to stop me from your DJs to anybody else. You know what I'm saying? And that's every single artist. Most of our biggest thing that stops us is right up here. It's our psychological. That's the biggest thing that stops us. Everything that goes on in our head or whatever. We start listening to all this other stuff or whatever. It makes us not want to put the work in. We start thinking about our real lives. We start thinking about some bad critique that we might got from another rapper. It's all up here, man. If you put the work in to build a fan base, the opportunities will come. Because what happens is people in the neighboring cities want to come see you. The promoters want to book you. Other rappers want to work with you. People will offer you money for your services if they see that you have a tangible fan base. Everybody wants to skip all the steps and try to get a record deal. Nobody's invested in no fucking artist, be it local, underground, conscious, trap, independent, whatever, street jig. Nobody's putting money into nobody who doesn't have a fan base. Because ain't no artist development no more. Ain't nobody seeing somebody I just really believe in this nigga's talent, and I just want to give him some money to do an album and put him out, put him on the road. No, they have to see that you have some type of fan base. You know, we're in the digital era. People can look up your analytics so quick. You know what I'm saying? They're looking at your views, they're looking at your follows, they're looking at how many listens you get, streams, this, that, and the third. They want to see that it's already something there before they come dump their money off or whatever. Regardless if it's independent, if it's major, if it's commercial, if it's underground. You know what I'm saying? It does not matter. People are not just going to pick a bum off the street to make them a superstar just because they feel like it. So, you know what I'm saying? You have to make sure that you're building a fan base. You know what I'm saying? So, that's pretty much that. I'm trying to stay under 30 minutes. Real quick, man, like I said, I decided to push my EP back probably till mid-March. I might change the name. I might add a record. I'm talking to the producer about it, talked to a couple good people. But, yeah, so look for that. I'm doing a whole bunch of shows pretty much right after the EP drops. I'm going on tour, and I'm about to be announcing that real soon. Please do me a favor, MarcelPBlack.com. You can find both the audio podcast on there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to have links to the Black Thoughts Radio on Mixcloud. I also have a video. This video right here is going to be on YouTube, you know what I'm saying, which is Marcel P. I'm sorry, youtube.com/MaroonMusic1, MarcelPBlack.bandcamp.com. Check out all my music. Watch videos. Marcel P. Black on all streamers. At Marcel P. Black on Instagram and on Twitter. Marcel P. Black on Facebook. That's where I'm at most of the time. Like I said, I want to keep doing this consistently. I promise you I'm going to try to work on getting better quality. The lights is being bipolar or whatever's going on, schizophrenic or whatever. No dissing on mental health people. I'm sorry, I probably shouldn't have said that. But you know what I'm saying? My lights is being kind of crazy. But I'm going to try to up my product and just kind of take it from there. Thank y'all for listening. This is Black Thoughts Radio. Allah Mahabe. Freedom.